I will have with me Doki himself. We call him Doki, but it's the great Dr. Adeyinka. How do you do today?
Good evening, and thank you for having me. Good evening, viewers. Today we're going to have a lovely time talking about events that happened in the week and those that will happen in the coming weekend. And today we are going to be trying to analyze a few things that people missed during the matches and a few other things that we should expect. Bookmakers should get tuned because you might be consulted, and input here might affect what you will be bidding over the weekend. So thank you for having me once again.
Yeah, thank you. We saw a lot of disappointing matches during the weekend, and we saw a lot of surprising score lines of matches played during the weekend. And where will we go to that? Well, let's quickly look at what is happening right now. There's voting is now open for the 9th edition of the Best FIFA Football Award. Fans can vote for the Best FIFA Men's 11 and the Best FIFA Women 11 for the first time. Yeah, that is our new innovation by FIFA. So, and then again, we'll be seeing new FIFA Mata Award that is added to the to celebrate the best goal in women's football, just like we have the Puska Award, which already we have some nominees already for the Puska Award. I will be going through all those today, but okay, let's quickly look at the nominees so far, and let's, to some extent here, analyze those players who are possibly going to win those awards. First of all, we look at the best FIFA women player nominees for FIFA 2024, where we have the former winner, Aitana Bonmati of Spain, who played for Barcelona. She's a part of the African Bamba Branda, Banda Babra, from Zambia. She played for Shanghai Shingel, that is from Orlando Pride, of Zambia. So, and we also have Caroline Graham and Arsene from Norway, who play for Barcelona. We have Keira Walsh from England, who play for Barcelona. Also, we have Khadija Shaw from Jamaica. He plays for Manchester City. And we have Laura Hemps, who plays from England. She plays for Manchester City. And we have Lindsay Haram of USA, Olympic Lyonnais. That's where she play club football. And we have Lucy Bronze for England, who play for Barcelona, stroke Chelsea. Then we have Moleri Swanson from USA, Chicago Red Star. Then we have Moriana Cadete, Nomi Girma, and we have Tabitha Chiwinga from Malawi, one African player who has a lot of promises. So we have seen some of the nominees for the FIFA Best Women for the year. So is there any of this name that you think you are familiar with, or any name that you think is possibly going to have an edge over others?
Okay, so as it is, the winner of the Ballon d'Or is Aitana Bonmati, and usually the Ballon d'Or winner gets to pick the FIFA the best winner, or vice versa. As it is, Bonmati won the Ballon d'Or last year, and she won it again this year. And let's not forget that she had opposition or challenges from fellow Spaniards like her to get to the Ballon d'Or for this particular session, having come through winning the female Euro, and they distinguished themselves at the World Cup level. So the female team of Spain actually deserved a lot of honors, and Bonmati had been a very instrumental part. Let's not forget that Bonmati also played for Barcelona last season, and they won the Champions League in that season. So she was instrumental. That was the season when our own Falilat Oshoala was still with them before she left for the United States of America. And I don't see anybody peeping Bonmati to that FIFA the best this season. Again, she's unarguably the best female player in the world right now. She's also being challenged only by her own co-Spaniards as well. So it's also disappointing that we don't have Nigerians in the row of shortlisted players. That's about 10 or 12 shortlisted players. There's no Nigerian. We have a Malawian, we have a Zambian, we have a Zairian, and there's no Nigerian player in there. So it's actually a shame that it has come to this level when Nigerian players will not feature. There was a time Nigerian players were always top in African football.
50.
Unfortunately, I don't know what happened to Falilat. Possibly, she's experiencing a decline in her performance, or because of the change in clubs. You know, she went from Spain and to the United States of America, where football is not so highly rated. So that could affect her rating too. By and large, I want to hope that by the next year, Nigerian players will come up and feature in this top 10 for the best again. But for this year, I don't see any contest for Aitana Bomati.
All right, you can hear that from Doc himself. Aitana Bomati looking good and looking smoky, to emerge winner in this category of FIFA award. But let's quickly talk about the two Africans that actually made it to the list here, where we have Bamba Banda from Zambia and what is her name here? Tabitha Chiwenga from Malawi. Yeah, Tabitha Chiwenga from Malawi. Those are the two African two African players that made it to the list. No Nigerian, no Oshola, no
Johnson.
No other Nigerian player here. But hey, let's look at this two African player here, and possibly one of them is going to win the African best because they're looking good so far in this.
Oh well, winning the African best is also another contest, because I saw the shortlisted FIFA 11 for the FIFA the best. Now Demola Lookman doesn't seem to be on that top 11. Messi was.
Okay. Is it okay for the FIFA?
FIFA the best.
Okay.
And Demola Lookman is actually going to be one of the top in Africa. And so it might not be so automatic that these women, the two of them that are in this FIFA the best, will automatically be rated or be voted as the best in Africa. Although they stand better chances of that position. But I really don't know much about this Malawian player and the Nigerian player. But I would have thought she'll get a better representation from the South African Women's League.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be the most popular women's league in Africa right now.
All right, talking about the African woman, I think that's a Glante from one South African player. That's a Glantante. Pronunciation sometimes too heavy for me, but it look outstanding too. Yeah. Then we also this Banda Brambra is one player who is outstanding, and definitely I think any of those three players could win the African best. So let's quickly go to the men's side, the men African best. Yeah, where we have some of the shortlisted names. We have the shortlisted names. Let me just mention them so that we can see. We have Dani Carvajal from Spain, Real Madrid. Actually, he missed the Ballon d'Or. Despite the fact so much controversy surrounding it, but there must always be controversies. This time around, we have Erling Haaland, who also was missing in the top three. Yeah. Then we have Federico Valverde of Uruguay, who played for Real Madrid, also on the list there. Florian Wirtz from Germany, who plays for Bayern Leverkusen, also on the list. Then we have Jude Bellingham from England, who plays for Real Madrid on the list. Kylian Mbappe from France, who plays for Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, and from Paris Saint-Germain, he plays for Real Madrid. He's on the list. Then the young lad, Lamine Yamal from Spain, Barcelona, is on the list. And surprising name this time around, Lionel Messi again for Argentina. He plays for Inter Miami. He's on the list. Yeah. Rodri, the winner of the Ballon d'Or, is on the list. He plays for Manchester City. Then Toni Kroos, one sacred player who holds Real Madrid, that is absent right now, has caused a lot of confusion in Real Madrid.
Yes,
so he's on the list too. Yeah, now he's retired. It's not. He plays for Real Madrid, but now he's retired. Then we have Vinicius Junior. The runner-up of the Ballon d'Or. It's so much controversy surrounding his. Rodri winning it. Yeah. So, but he's on the FIFA best 11 right now this time around. Yeah. So, what is your take? Do you think this time around Vinicius Junior will be making it, or do you think Carvajal will make it this time around, or do you think one other player out of these nominees will make it aside from Rodri?
As it is, the challenge is usually very tight for you to remove the winner of the Ballon d'Or from clinching the FIFA the best. It happened 1 or 2 times, but it's not a frequent occurrence. It will be very tight because it's going to be based on vote. A couple of years ago, we had to vote, and up to a particular stage, this rating still allowed to vote. But when they shortlist the top 3 or top 5, I think it's a decision taken
Yeah,
by
it's a decision taken by the captains and the coaches of everything, international teams. Yeah.
National team, coaches, captain, and club sides. I think club side. So, but you know, that's different from what you get from the Ballon d'Or. The Ballon d'Or is done by journalists selected all around the world, and that's the major difference. So this time around, I'm expecting Vinicius Junior to get in that top position, and I'm expecting Bellingham and Carvajal, possibly in that order, and then Rodri may be in the mix somewhere, because what he did last year was fantastic. Last season, it was super fantastic, especially Spanish national team. And let's not forget that FIFA the best is usually surrounded by, is usually hinged around national team performance, better than club performance. So yes, that's going to give Rodri a lot of advantage, because Vinicius didn't do so much for his national team. Carvajal did well for his national team, but what was his input? How do you measure the input in the game? Was he indisposable? Okay, so you need to look at certain qualities. Hey, he was part of the winning team, but was his impact as much as Rodri? On the same side. That's the other question.
So another question here: why do you think Messi name came to this list?
Okay, so Messi came back to the FIFA the best because of his outstanding performance in the MLS. He joined MLS last year towards the end of the season. I think about 5 or 6 matches to the end of the season. Joined MLS, and for the first time in the history of that young club, which was no more than 5 years old, they were able to pick up a major trophy. It was about like their own Challenge Cup, like their own FA League Cup. Was able to pick that up just 3 months into joining the club, and it was obvious that he motivated the team to that performance. In all the games he played, his rating was above 8, and he won MVP for 9 over 10, quote and unquote, of the games played. So his motivation, his impact was fantastic. And then go away from that season and come into this season for the MLS. Messi inspired the team to break the record number of points any team will score in their league season. So he actually got the record 74 points in the league season, and that was a record point for an Inter Miami that was bottom. They finished on 18th the previous season, and then with the Messi, Suarez, Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba, and a few other people, Campana, and what's this guy's name, Gomez. They were able to get to not only number 1, finish top, but also with a new record, a record 74 points in the, and that's super fantastic, considering that he still missed up to 3 months of to injury after the Copa America, and within that period too, he went to play Copa America, and he won Copa America, inspired the team as well. Was MVP in 2 of the matches, or 2 of the 5 or 6 matches they played. And at the end of the tournament, he was MVP of the tournament. So Messi is still the best in so many things.
All right. So still on this list, what chances do you think Lamine Yamal stand in FIFA best? I'm glad.
Well, Lamine Yamal is still developing, and he already won the Copa, and that's for the young Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
And he already won the Golden Boy, the Golden Boy trophy, Golden Lad or something. He just won that from FIFA.
Yeah.
That's from Jude Bellingham held it until Lamine Yamal picked it up. So I think he's got his own fair share of trophies. For now, he might have to wait to get his hand on the main trophy. For now, his performance, you can't rate his performance higher than Vinicius Junior or a Jude Bellingham or
Rodri
for the past season question, for the past year. This is December. They're looking at January to November. So can rate Lamine Yamal over those ones. So it still has to sit in number 5, 6, 7, thereabout, irrespective of how you look at it.
All right, you can hear that from Doki himself. Was done justice to that. Let's quickly go back now to the. Let's go to the next one here. That is the FIFA Women's Coach nominee. Just be fast about this one, where we have 9 nominees here. We have Otto Elias from Brazil. He coaches the Brazil national team. Then we have Elena Sadiku from Sweden. Yeah, he's the coach of the Celtic side. Emma Hayes of England. Yeah, from USA, she coached Chelsea. Then we have Patoshi Ikeda for Japan. He coached Japan. Then Gareth Taylor of England, the Manchester City women coach. Then Jonathan Giraldes is the Spain women national team. Yeah, she coached Barcelona. Yeah, she's from Spain. Sorry, she coached Barcelona and Washington. She's from Washington Spirit. Then Sandrine Sabouirad from France, Paris FC. Yeah, Paris FC. That is the
Paris. Yeah.
Paris FC. That is where the Nigerian goalkeeper Namaka Nadoze plays. Then you have Sonia Bombasto from France. Yeah, she Olympic Lyonnais, Chelsea. So that is the women lineup here. So which of these do you think be picking the award?
Well, my understanding on the performing women is still low, I have to admit. But I will look at the women's coach, the women's coach from Sweden, Lena Sadiku. She is performing well. Also coaches out. Coach. And then the Barcelona coach, Jonathan Giraldes, also won the Champions League this season. Them. And France Olympic Lyonnais coach too, Sonia won the Champions League about 3 seasons ago. Barca got it back 2 seasons. And then they got it back again. Leon got it back again. So they are not so far from the Champions League, and this is the coach. So we're going to look at some of these coaches who achieve results, and I think one of them will just clinch it. My vote will be on Sonia, really, the French Olympic Lyonnais coach, and followed by possibly the Barca coach.
All right, you can hear that from Doki. Let's quickly go to the next one. That is Carlo, for the men's side of it, where we have Carlo Ancelotti, Real Madrid, is from Italy. We have Leone Scaloni, Argentina coach. Yes, he's from Argentina. Luis de la Fuente for Spain. He's a Spain coach. And Pep Guardiola from Spain, the Manchester City coach. Then Xabi Alonso from Spain, Bayern Leverkusen coach. 5 of these coaches, big coaches, important coaches, but one, the best must come out of this.
You know this is going to be very tight. This is going to be very tight. If you take a look at the achievements for the past year, Bayern Leverkusen, Xabi Alonso went for 40 games unbeaten.
Won the trophy, no.
And he won the league unbeaten. And half of that league was played between January and June. And he's also here as one of the nominees. He's not as strong as he was last season anyway, but the first part of the season, the second part, he didn't perform absolutely so much. Guardiola is out of it, definitely. Doesn't have anything to show that he's qualified for it.
No, like the Guardiola.
Yes.
His fall is just recent.
No, but the only thing he won this year was Premiership. He only won the Premier League. Yeah, that's the EPL. That's just all he won. Yeah, that's it. He didn't win Manchester United defeated him for FA, lost Carabao, he lost this, he lost that. So he had only one trophy to show for it. So let's come to the Italian man, the Real Madrid man, Ancelotti. He won the La Liga and he won the Champions League. So he has 2 major trophies in his hands. If anybody has a right to fight for it, he should. He should actually boast and contend for it. It deserves to be seen. Okay, so we're talking of clubs, teams that achieved results. Champions League in Europe and then La Liga. That's one of the top 5, top 3 league in Europe.
What about the Spain national coach?
No. We're graduating.
Okay.
We're moving on.
Okay.
But let's look away from that and look at Argentina. Let's look at the Scaloni, Lionel Scaloni. He took the Albiceleste to Copa, and they won the Copa. They won the Copa, and they won it beautifully well. And Colombia was such a threat in the final, but they managed to defeat Colombia even with injured Messi. They are playmaker, they are superstar. He was injured and removed about 47 or 48 minutes into the game, and he still made replacements to win the Copa. And that's remarkable. And if you're looking at FIFA the best, let's not forget this. They are looking first of all at your national team contribution. What has your national team achieved in the year or in the course of review? And then they want to look at, okay, club level, second. So Lionel Scaloni for me has done beautifully. Luis de la Fuente, superb. He went to Europe and he won the European Nations Cup as well. So those two are the highest in my list of contention.
Who are the two?
The De La Fuente and the Scaloni.
Wow.
De La Fuente for winning the Euro, taking Spain to Euro, winning the Euro, and he used, in fact, a lot of his players were newcomers. Lamine Yamal, Femi Lopez. He used a lot of young players that you didn't expect to feature in such, and he made the best out of these young lads, and they won the Euro. Lionel Scaloni went for the Copa, defeated Colombia, won the Cup, and they came back home as well. So those two, for me, are the ones in contention for this. They will likely be followed by Carlo Ancelotti, who won for Real Madrid. So it's going to be between De La Fuente and Lionel Scaloni for me.
All right, you can hear that from Doki. Let's quickly go to the next one, which is the best men goalkeeper nominees, where we have okay. All right, where we have Andre Lunin of is a Ukrainian who keep for Real Madrid. David Raya is from Spain, he keeps for Arsenal. Ederson from Brazil, keeps for Manchester City. Emiliano Martinez from Argentina, he keeps from Aston Villa. Gianluigi Donnarumma from Italy, keeps for Paris Saint-Germain. Then Mike Magnam from France, he keeps for AC Milan. Then we have Unai Simon from Spain, who keeps for Athletic Club. That's another one, tight one.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tight, but it's going to boil down to what did they win? What silverwares did they hold at the end of the day? Okay, so Andre Lunil, the Ukrainian Real Madrid player, was it the one that kept the goal for the Champions League they won? No, I think that was Thibaut Courtois that did that job for them to win the Champions League before he got injured. So Andre Lunin might just stay on the standby. And then we're looking at Ederson of Brazil. Ederson defended the post for Manchester City, and apart from Manchester City, he also played for Brazil. He won the league for Manchester City in the EPL, but for Brazil, he didn't win much. He dropped out at the semi-finals or so of the Copa America, which is the South American Nations Cup. So Ederson, for me, is a no. Emiliano Martinez, yes, Emiliano Martinez will still be in contention again.
He won the Ballon d'Or.
Won the Ballon d'Or, and 2 years ago he won the World Cup, and because of the World Cup he won the Golden Glove. Aside the Golden Glove, he won the best, FIFA the best of that year. He won the Ballon d'Or for that year. So Emiliano Martinez, because of his national team prowess, may just be the man here. The only contention he will have here is Unai Simon of Spain. But the question is, how much of the ball did Unai Simon save Spain when he played for Spain versus what Emiliano Martinez did? His impact in the game. Emiliano Martinez controls the defense. He is a figure, is a huge figure behind the defense. He's always talking, he's always inspiring, always motivating his players, and when it comes to penalty kicks or spot kicks, you can't find him napping. He's always there to take the shot.
All right, we're having a caller here. Yeah. Hello, what is your name and where are you calling from? Right, what is your name and where are you calling from? I can't hear you. Hello, okay. What is your name and where are you calling from? Hello. I can't hear you.
Can you please call back?
Please, can you call back? Call up, please. So you can continue.
Okay, so for me, Ganglico Donnarumma, yes, a wonderful Italian goalkeeper, but Paris Saint-Germain has nothing to show for it. Neither does Italy. And Mike Maignan too keeps for AC Milan and also for France, but they don't have any silverware as well to show for it. So it's going to boil down to those with silverwares and their inputs. And if you compare Unai Simon to Emiliano Martinez of Argentina, they're going to give. I think Emiliano has a hedge over Simon, and so it will likely go to Emiliano Martinez, otherwise called Emmy.
All right, you can hear that from Doki. So you can hear that from Doki. Emiliano stand out, yeah. But let's wait for the final day when FIFA will announce the winner of the goalkeeper side of it. So let's go to the next one here. I think we have done justice to that. We just got the Puska award is also coming on, where we've seen some nominees. Yeah, most especially my focus went to Mohamed Kudus, of Ghana, who scored that thrilling goal. He ran from his own from the defense line, came and got that goal. Yeah, in that feature there. So I think he's one of the nominee for this year's Pokal Award. So, but again, let's quickly look at the names, the nominees. We have Alejandra Garnacho from Manchester United. Remember that backflip is scored. That backflip is scored. A beautiful goal against Everton. That was the only goal that stand in that encounter. Then we have Mohamed Kudus, who played for West Ham. He scored a beautiful goal, an individual brilliant goal from his own half, from almost the penalty area from his own side. They round down the midfielders, round down the defense, went and got that goal against Freiburg in the 4-0 victory. In that encounter. Then we have Denis Omedi, also from Qatar. Yeah. When they played against Qatar, that game ended 3-3. A brief goal is scored. Then Paul Onoachu, when they played against Konyospor, they won that one 2-1 in that encounter. That Super League. You saw that back heel he scored. As a tall man, he uses back heel. Beautiful goal he scored. And we have Jadon Philogene of All City. That goal is scored against Rotterdam United in the championship. So I don't know if you have watched those goals.
No, I have not seen those goals.
Okay.
And I actually think that may the best man win the Oscar award, as they say.
Right, may the best man win the Pascal award. So we just hope the Pascal will get that goal. Hello, can you hear me? All right, this is a Premier Sport Fan Center. Yeah, so, and what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Adi.
All right, Yemi, how do you do today?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right,
Fine.
all right, you can hear what we are discussing right here in the studio. So what are your take on the discussion? We're talking about the FIFA award nominee, and we're also talking about the Puska award too. So what is your take on those topics?
Yeah, I think the Puska award. Yeah.
Hello? Are you there? I think we lost it. All right, we lost that one. So we lost that one. So Ducky. So we've just talked about the postcard award. So let's go to the next topic here. Nigeria. Well, that's the FIFA ranking. Nigeria, they just dropped, and Nigeria is the worst drop. Eighth place. They were ranked 34. 36 before. Right now they're in the 44th position. The highest drop in the FIFA recent FIFA ranking. So are you disappointed, or do you expect? Do you saw that coming?
Well, we can't say we're disappointed based on what Nigeria has been doing recently. The last few qualifiers have not been impressive. Even from this end, we all understand that Nigeria has been living on, by just living on a string of lifeline offered by Libya and a couple of other nations that couldn't defeat us. So for Nigeria to be downgraded is not a surprise, really. It is actually deserved. So if you ask me properly, I'm going to be honest with you that we deserve the drop-in, because even right now we're not even better than the likes of Rwanda. We're not better than the likes of Republic du Benin. So why should we be staying on the 8th position in Africa and 36th position in the world? So it's a justified drop. The hope is that during the next few qualifiers, Nigeria will come up and fight for a better position. But as it is, they're just super chickens.
They are just super chickens. You can hear that. And Niger is the highest climber, 9th place. From where they were before. 9th place, and right now it's I don't know, probably because they won those 2 matches. Yeah, and that is why they have actually gone up like that.
Well, but you have to give it to the Nigerians for coming up. They got 6 points from 2 matches. Question is, how many points did Nigeria get from 3 matches? We played 3 matches in a row. If not for the gift from Libya, we might not have got 3 points, because the first one against Republic du Benin ended with 1 point for Nigeria, while Niger was getting all the 3 points, and then the next one against Rwanda also ended the same way. Just 1 point against Rwanda at home. So isn't it shameful? And then Nigeria will go to Cote d'Ivoire too and go and get a similar result. So we have so many reasons to qualify Nigeria for such terrible, terrible positions. So yes, I'm not sorry that the ranking came that way. We're only sorry that the team is not improving. Ikoavo came on, and his desire to win and perform has just been rewarded by this kind of rating. Unfortunately, we can't blame him too much because he doesn't have a full job. It's a temporary job. At the same time, we can't exonerate him because as much as we can't blame Iguavon for the failure of the guys, we can't exonerate him also for their not performing, because you can see Ruud van Nistelrooy coming on for Manchester United, and within a couple of weeks, he made a turn of their position. He won 2 matches for them and had a draw or so.
Yeah, he won 3 matches, drew 1.
And drew 1 in 4 games.
Yeah.
So if Iguavon had won 3 matches and drawn 1, we would have had 13 points. 10 points.
10 points
from 4 games.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he only won 1 that was given. That's the only one he won. So it's pretty a poor rating.
So right now with this kind of situation now, dropping from the FIFA ranking, what do you think Nigeria should be doing to improve their ranks in the FIFA?
First thing Nigeria needs to do is to be decisive about our technical crew. We have to select and find a coach. If Iguavon is to be placed there, then they should take him through all the screening and then make him the substantive coach. If he's going to do that, then he'll have to build his own team. Otherwise, let's find a top grade coach, an A-class coach that will take us to the next level. We can't have all the superstars. Our boys are superstars in Europe. From Boniface to Osimhen to the likes of Onyeka, the midfielders, And there's several of them who play for us, even the defense line. They're top players. Ademola Lookman, our number 2 man, our number 3 man, Trosekong, and what's Olaino, and the wingers too. So we have a good squad, but we need a coach that will give them the winning mentality, the winning strategy, which I don't see in Iguavon so far. So if they're going to give him a job, they should give him a job. Let's make him responsible. Otherwise, let's find an A-grade coach that will put these boys together. As far as we are concerned, we have good players. They only need to be motivated.
But you know, anytime we talk about getting a great coach or getting the best coach for the Super Eagle of Nigeria, the people responsible for getting this coach, have they ever gotten it right? Since the days of Western off, and probably to some extent, Winfrey Joe was not that 100% bad, but he continued from where Western off stopped. Since then, it has always been from one story to another about coaches.
But the question is, was Western off an A-grade coach at the time we employed him? It wasn't an A-grade coach.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Well, I think it was employed 1988 or 89, thereabout. And then his high point was taking Nigeria to the World Nations Cup in 1994. Won the Nations Cup, yeah. And then World Cup in June of 1994. And then he was able to get Nigeria into the World Cup for the first time in the history of Nigerian football. Yeah. And that was what sold him out. So it wasn't like he was an A-grade coach when he came on. It wasn't like the likes of Johan Cruyff at the time. Yeah. It wasn't like the supers of Arsene Wenger then, or the likes of what was it? What's this man's name now? Okay, I can't remember his name.
Which country?
Okay, so Arrigo Sanchez of Brazil then. So we had coaches like that, but Westerhoff was not in that grade. But he was able to do something over time, build the boys. He was a grassroots person. He picked boys from the academy, picked boys from the league, them together, got some foreign players to join them. And then we went on. Joe Bonfrey worked with Westerhoff as his assistant, took over from him, was able to take us to the Olympics. And then by the next World Cup, it wasn't Joe Bonfrey anymore. And then the World Cup he took us to was 1998 World Cup, which was a woeful performance. Denmark tore us apart into pieces, that World Cup. So we need to get an A-grade coach. And if we can't get an A-grade, then let's get a Nigerian coach that understands the spirit of Super Eagles. Yes, Iguavon has played in the Super Eagles. He had made some mistakes, but the last qualifiers that he played for us were not absolutely so bad. At a point in time, I saw lackluster in the boys, especially after we qualified. The last match was virtually given out because they knew we qualified before that match. So that's not Iguavon's fault. Although the mentality of the players also depend on what the coach is telling them. Okay, which we expect him to be doing with them. But I don't know if they are going to keep Iguavon. That's fine. Otherwise, let's get a good coach so that we can be comfortable.
Well, I'm looking at the NFF problem right now, because getting a great coach, like you said, and most times they will tell you NFF is broke. NFF is broke, and that is one of the reasons why up to now they will not be able to employ an A-grade coach to the Super Eagle. You understand what I'm saying? So, all right, we're having a caller here. Hello, can you hear us? Okay, good. I'm fine. I can hear you loud and clear too. So, how do you do right now? All right. Okay. So, from our topics of discussion today, where are you making an input from? Because I don't know your thought right now. Let us know your thoughts. Yeah.
I think the other guys have to do a whole lot more than what they have done so far. Then, secondly, I want to extend my greetings to the doc for the successful 2-2 draw against Celta Vigo.
He says he should extend his greeting to Dog for the successful draw of Celta Vigo Barcelona. Okay, you can see Ducky.
So, it was a mind-blowing result. Conceding 2 goals in, I think, 2 or 3 minutes for a team that wants to win the league is an error, is a shame, and it's an insult of the highest order on La Liga itself. But yeah, I think this season is still long, and thankfully Real Madrid won their match, so they are breathing down their neck already. And just maybe another slide, they will start sliding down like a dancer that is backsliding. Tottenham Man City surprised one. So surprising, because who would have thought that Guardiola will lose 4-0 at home? Now, home unbeaten run in the mud. And as a Chelsea fan, I'm so happy. So they don't get close to that Chelsea home unbeaten run for the span of the years, Chelsea. So Chelsea is still the current holder. You can tell Doug that one. Is the current holder of that home unbeaten run in the league. Even I think that should be the highest in the top 5 leagues. So then Liverpool, Real Madrid. I was surprised that Real Madrid couldn't get at least a goal, despite getting a penalty. But I think it's a phase whereby Real Madrid needs to find a proper system for both Kylian and Vinicius to thrive, because it looks like Kylian is in a shadow. It looks like a shadow of himself right now. So I think he needs to find himself, because at the Bernabeu they don't give players time. Just have to start and hit the ground running. And lastly, the one I would touch on is the review of these weekend matches. I think I see Chelsea getting all 3 points.
Against Aston Villa, are you sure Chelsea can get 3 points against Aston Villa?
You know, Chelsea is now in a good place. Chelsea is winning comfortably. I know you are a veteran bookie, and I think that one of the fixtures we had is Chelsea. I know, we both know, because records don't lie. You know, performance back to back don't lie. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I want to predict Barcelona another draw this weekend, or maybe a loss.
Against Las Palmas away from home. No. Barcelona can't draw that match.
With Barcelona, you can expect anything. A team that can concede 2 goals in 2 minutes, giving their fans that attack like that. What if they are hypertensive? You just kill innocent people.
Might. I also want you to talk about the match between France versus Nigeria and female team. Tomorrow, that match is tomorrow, yeah.
I think that the Nigerian female team is going through a transition.
Okay.
So I think, the era of Aziza Oshoala, this captain that is running on her last leg too. So I think many of these go-to ladies in the team are beginning to wind down in their career. So I think it is a transition period for the Falcons, Super Falcons. I think they need to start bringing up new talent, like that Chidi of the under-17. They can start introducing her at this stage. It's not bad. You can see Brazil national team introducing Estavio at 17. So it's not bad. They can grow up into the system too. So I think that France will be a learning curve, but I don't see them defeating France. I think France will come out of at the end of the day.
All right, your input on Lampard becoming the Coventry City coach. What is your input on that?
Yeah, I think when Mohamed when the mountain cannot come to Muhammad, Muhammad will go to the mountain.
Okay.
So, you know, he has had a successful, terrible coaching career for the past little stint he has been in the managerial role. So, going back to Coventry, trying to build from the bottom to the top again, I think is the best decision you could make right now. So if you could
but it's like, you know, the problem is like it started from the top and I went to the bottom.
No,
it was supposed to, you know, it started from the top because it started from Chelsea. Who knew Lampard before?
It didn't start with Chelsea. It didn't start with Chelsea. It started with Derby County.
Okay.
Yeah, so he brought Derby County up the league in championship. That was where Chelsea took him from.
Okay.
So it didn't start with Chelsea. And when he got to Chelsea, he was not a failure like that. He qualified Chelsea for the Champions League without having a time to buy players. There was no transfer window for him. And he could manage the academic product and took Chelsea to Champions League. He qualified Chelsea for the Champions League. Chelsea won last time that Arsenal has never won in their life. So I think that it is just, you know, career is a journey. Sometimes you face difficulties. So I think it's just a difficult phase of his career that I think it will be better off if he can start from Coventry, build up again, then try to stay there. Maybe improve his coaching skills. So I think he should do fine at Coventry because he has experience of championship.
All right, Mike, lastly, your take on the match between Liverpool versus Manchester City on Sunday. What are you expecting in that match?
Yeah, first off, I'm expecting Arsenal to lose on.
No, I'm not talking about us now. I'm talking about Liverpool versus Manchester City.
So because London Stadium is the terrible ground for Arsenal to go to. So Liverpool, Man City, the biggest game in European football this weekend. Yeah. And Man City currently the shadow of themselves. And Liverpool on fire, defeating the current Champions League holders, Real Madrid. He just wants to give it to Liverpool. But the Chelsea fan in me wants Man City to. But realistically, I think it's Liverpool.
You know, football is sometimes like I don't know how to describe it. Sometimes like you even want your enemy. At the time, you begin to love your enemy. You know, you begin to love your enemy, your rival.
Especially when you want your enemy to do the Lord's work.
When you want your enemy to do the Lord's work.
They will say the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So I just want Man City to do a very good job against Liverpool. Try to cut their confidence. Let Haaland again, and let De Bruyne assist again, and let Guardiola not pinch his hair again. So,
all right. Yeah, Mike. Thank you very much for calling in. Thank you very much for calling in. Yeah,
thank you.
Okay, hold on. So, Doki want to say something.
So, Yemi, the only thing that is living rent-free in your head is the result of the match between Celta Vigo and Barcelona. Because that was the very first thing you went to when you came online. You actually forgot that Chelsea is also playing, which happens to be your favorite team. And then the subject in discussion was not even Barca.
I don't need. We've already spoken about Chelsea. If you didn't forget,
FIFA the best.
We just spoke,
and then from Akure, the best you can just say is Barcelona losing 2 goals in 3 minutes, and because of that, they won't get the cup. Look at Man City that lost 3 goals to Feyenoord in how many minutes? One half, it was like flash, and then the next thing, they started dropping the goals. This is football. And as it stands right now, in La Liga, Barca is still 4 points ahead of the next club. Which is Real Madrid, who were well peppered by Liverpool on their way run in Europe. So everybody is getting their own form of breakfast. It will soon be Chelsea's turn. And when it happens, we'll remind you.
You know one thing I like about what Doc has said? It has just shown me that Doc has been humble. He's now humble. Look how he's speaking. Everybody will face their own You know that pride side.
All right. We lost that one. Yemai, thanks for calling in.
All right.
Thanks for calling in. So, Doki, we have had Yemai. So let's quickly. I think he has touched on some of the issues we want to touch right now. We are done with the FIFA ranking. You know, we're done with Nigeria's position. We have talked about the coaches. So we also talk about. We're supposed to talk about Frank Lampard. Yemai has actually touched part of it. So, what's your own take on Frank Lampard? Being the Coventry City new boss.
Well, Frank Lampard had to get a job. He's the coach. So he can't be on sabbatical looking for top clubs. Well, when you have championship clubs calling him. So Coventry is not a bad place to work right now. We've seen a lot of Premiership coaches going to championship to go and coach, or even to go to Scottish League to go and coach. Brendan Rodgers at the time left Liverpool and he went to, I think, Celtic or one of the Scottish leagues clubs to go and play, and then left there, went to another one. So coaches move around. So it's a good thing for Lampard. Let him show his skill at Coventry. Let's see what he can make of them. So I have no problem with him moving in that direction.
All right, then let's quickly talk about the match. We saw Ruben Amorim, his first win for Manchester United. Yeah, first win for Manchester United at the Europa. Yeah, that win came against Bodo Glimt. And again, remember they got the first goal. Bodo Glimt equalized. Bodo Glimt went ahead to make it 2-1. They came from behind to win that encounter. And what did you see what did you observe from the match?
Oh well, let's take it from Ipswich game.
Right.
He went to Ipswich and he played a draw.
Yeah.
He was going to be stunned. Thought it's going to be a walk in the park. It wasn't a walking thing. Ipswich was going to beat them. And look at Bodo when they started. Bodo started leading. It was 2-1 at the time, and it looked like Manchester was not going to equalize. In fact, I was virtually praying for United to equalize because of my daughter's passion. I know she was going to be devastated if United lost that game to Bodo at home. And voila, at the nick of the first half, United were... So what I see United do, or what I see them did in that game, that they were resilient, they were forthcoming, and they had that spirit. They wanted to win. They kept on going. So they wanted to equalize, first of all, and they got the equalizer. It was beautiful. The pressure was too much on Bodo. They couldn't resist it. The keeper was all over the place, spreading himself like Oblak, like Otwa, but he still couldn't stop the ball from going behind. And then the second half, they finished it. And a lot of kudos to that young man who did a good job. Højlund was fantastic, especially with the equalizing goal. It was superb. Yeah, it was a superb goal. It was a half chance. It just one touch and the next net. Beautiful for him. And the second goal was similar to it. It was just a slider. And he got that. So, yeah, a lot of credit to United. Amorim was, yes, the boys played well. But let's not forget that we keep emphasizing on the new coach syndrome. Amorim is, and the players will want to give the coach the best impression of themselves. So they are possibly still selling themselves to the coach. They are putting in 150% of what they have. Let's hope they don't tire out.
All right, let's hope they don't tire out. But again, some of those things we observed, the intensity Amorim talked about, we saw a little bit of it in that encounter. They were so intense. They were so determined. The pressure was high on Bodo Glimt. They couldn't hold on to it to the end. And I think the payoff at the end of it, they were able to win that game 3-2 in that encounter. So, and again, another thing was we saw Højlund, who has been drought of goal for Manchester City, got a brace in that encounter yesterday. And apart from the brace, he almost made it an hat-trick.
Exactly. And I think that's also the input he gets from your coach when he places you in the right position and when he gives you the opportunity. Played Højlund in the center and he played him almost all the game. He had enough time. And even with the mistakes he made, they still kept him on. Garnacho, what's his name? Yeah, Garnacho made some terrible blunders with his curve kicks that didn't materialize. He made about 2 or 3 of those, which could have been scored better easily than all those fantastic curves that didn't happen like he thought it would happen for Ipswich, the other game they played. So, United, yes, the spirit is higher. Let's hope they can maintain that.
All right, let's hope they can maintain that. To Manchester United fans, keep the hope burning. To me, it's promising. What I see Amorim doing is promising. I hope they're going to get it right this time around. They're going to get out of that position they are right now because, hey, it's not a good position for a big club like Manchester United. So let's quickly go to match review. And here we'll be reviewing just 3 of those matches played during the weekend. Yeah, we have much. First one is the match Yemi was talking about, Celta Vigo 2, Barcelona 2 in that encounter.
Okay, so yes, that was a poor defensive play by Barca. Conceding 2 goals in 2 minutes was terrible. It was a distraction. We're distracted. The players just lost focus. They lost that concentration, and those 2 goals came on. But aside those goals, Barca held themselves pretty well that game. I saw the 90 minutes of that game. Even without Lamine Yamal, they did pepper Celta Vigo a lot on home soil. And it was a good game, but the scoreline was just not justifiable for it.
But again, the turnaround of that game was when Casado got a red card. 2 minutes after he got the red card, Celta Vigo got 2 goals. 2 minutes later, within 4 minutes, we witnessed a red card and we witnessed 2 goals from Celta Vigo.
That's expected because Casado was the DM for that game. He was the main pivot for that game. Casado got the red card. Frankie de Jong was there. I mean, we all know Frankie de Jong is sluggish. Personally, I will sell Frankie de Jong already. I won't wait till January. Honestly, he's whenever you bring him into the game, he just slows down. He slows the attack. Everybody just goes on slow motion. He has a way of slowing the midfield down. Meanwhile, Casado is a player that moves the ball quickly. And you have the likes of Dani Olmo moving the ball quickly in the midfield. But give it to De Jong. He's going to slow down. He's going to dance. He's going to turn. He's going to give it back to the defense. And he's not very good defensively as well. So, yes, Casado got one. The first one he got was for the team. It was an inexcusable infringement. He had to foul. But the second one should have been avoided. He shouldn't have gone for that tackle, knowing it was on a yellow card. But he still went for it and got it. And, of course, the absence of one man in that kind of game will show, especially when he's a pivot and a destroyer in the center of the field. So, yes, Barca paid for it. And Hansi Flick wasn't happy at all. That's a comment.
All right, just 2 minutes about the absence of Lamine Yamal in that squad.
Lamine Yamal, we know the creativity he brings to the team. He adds a lot of flavor to the team. He can hold ball, he can hold play up front, he can cross, he can score play, he can take shots, and he can dribble very well. He's the best dribbler the Barca squad right now. So Rafinha tried filling that slot. It looks like Rafinha is not even a good fit for a right winger anymore. Because with the presence and absence of Lamine Yamal, we can see clearly that Rafinha does not even do well in that position. It's better you leave him to play his free role in the midfield.
But he got a goal in that encounter.
Yes.
And almost got the second one.
It's not about the goal. It was about the role he was playing.
Yeah.
He was supposed to create from that role. He was supposed to take the pressure off the defense. He was supposed to position the strikers and give them final passes. But he wasn't able to do all those. So it wasn't just about the goal. It was about his role. So for the right wing, Lamine Yamal, the best. Rafinha, don't even put him there. I think I would even prefer you put Daniel Olmo there or somebody else go and hold that place. Let Rafinha rove in the center. He does better. So for me, Lamine Yamal is making himself indispensable for the Barca squad right now. Yes, he was out for about 2 or 3 games, and we can actually feel it.
Yeah, Barca
very. Barca was struggling to hold play. Barca was struggling to score. And this is Yamal that comes in, and Barca is scoring 5 and 6.
5 goals. Well, that's how you know important players. We saw that in Manchester City are Rodri. But that's where we are going right now, where also we saw Manchester City lost against Tottenham. 5th back-to-back loss for Manchester City, in their games. And the worst of it is, even to me, the draw against Feyenoord was even worse than the draw. You got all the 3 goals leading, you squandered it. Feyenoord came from behind, 3 goals, equalized, and and got a draw in that encounter. So, but let's talk about the Tottenham and Manchester City game that ended 4-0 in favor of Tottenham.
Okay, so Manchester City went into that game trying to revamp whatever they were. Before that game, they already lost 3 in a row. They lost on the run, they lost in Europe, they lost in EPL. So this is Tottenham, number 3, number 4, number 6 or 7.
Number 6, and let me
on the league table, trying to face number 2. And this is City struggling, 3 matches in a row, losses, loss, the last 3 games. And then they're facing Tottenham or Sport. And then Tottenham will start scoring and scoring and scoring. Of course, the absence of the likes of Rodri, the ill performances of Erling Haaland will show here, because I don't see Haaland doing anything if he's not well served. Kevin De Bruyne is not in a good form right now, or not fit. He's not performing as it is. And you can see that Ike Gundogan cannot hold the position of Rodri. It's so obvious. As much as I respect Ike, he's not doing that position well at all. So it was unfortunate. City had to lose that way. They played well. They came out. They attacked a lot. They had so many shots on goal. Statistics pointed to a better result, but that's how it worked. That's football. And they lost 4-0. Unfortunately, we will expect them to take the Feyenoord win as a consolation. Now, look, we are coming back. And the first half was looking good.
Okay.
And then it was 3-0 again, and we were like, wow, hopefully they will get a win this time, all 3 points, until we saw how the game ended. And it was first a mistake, a back pass. That was an error that was lashed on by Feyenoord strikers, and then they put it behind the goal line. And that was it. That actually spurred on the visitors.
Yeah.
And it gave them so much impetus. They went for it, and they kept on going at it. They got all the 3 goals back. Of course, football is a 90-minute game. You can play for 15 minutes and score 4 goals. If you can't defend your 4 goals until 92, 93 minutes, you haven't won the game.
Yeah.
So that's the way it is.
So that's the way it is. And again, we talking about Pep Guardiola, during the press conference, we saw him bleeding, bleeding from there. And he was asked by the press man there. I was asking him, what actually happened to your face? He said, I fingered myself. I fingered. So why did you finger yourself? He said, I want to arm myself.
Oh, well, what it was.
Is that not
Guardiola is not very fluent in English.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's more Spanish than his English is not excellent. So he was possibly trying to report that he wasn't happy, and because he wasn't happy, he scratched him.
Okay.
He was scratching his face. He was scratching himself, and then he hurt himself while scratching his face. And you could see so many scratch marks on his forehead as well, because he was always trying to scratch himself, and he had nails on. And that's possibly what he was trying to express. Not that he deliberately wanted to kill himself or hurt himself further than that, but because he's not very fluent in English, he said, it was my nails. I wanted to hurt myself. I hurt myself.
Yeah, I wanted to hurt harm myself.
I wanted to harm myself. It was just an expression he was trying to push out, but he didn't find the right words to use. But I don't think that's it. Guardiola is a lot more mature than that.
All right.
For me.
All right, and the last one for the match review is the big one. That was Liverpool defeating the defending champions of the Champions League 2-0. It was a surprising result for me.
Yes, Real Madrid will come into this match as underdogs. Liverpool was definitely the favorites for that game. Real Madrid has not performed so well in Europe They are sitting on number 15th of the league table. I think they're even below 15th as we speak.
Yeah, they're in 27th. That's at when they play.
no,
24.
after the game.
After the game.
Before the game, they were 15 or 16.
Yeah.
And now they've gone down the pecking order after the game. So look at it. Look at that. The Real Madrid we're talking about, without Vinicius Jr., without Rodrigo. And what's Mbappe going to do? Mbappe, Bellingham, and the rest of the crew, they have dressing room problems. They are yet to gel. In fact, they're even yet to accept Mbappe in that team. And Vinicius, who happened to be their superstar, was not available. Much as Mbappe tried to do solo runs, things didn't work out. Team is yet to gel since Toni Kroos left. Even with the inclusion of Modric to start that game, he still couldn't push the attack as they wanted. Liverpool was just the better of the two teams in that game. And the results actually showed it. Liverpool could have scored 5 goals in that encounter. They created chances, so many chances, and they deserve all the 3 points they got against Real Madrid. So Real Madrid is not actually in their best form right now, and Liverpool is in the best form they can be.
Now Real Madrid is in the 24th, and that 24th is part of those people that will have a playoff. Yeah, but if you go below 24. You are out of the Champions League. But those within that 24 will go for a replay. And out of those 9 to 24 will now play. And 8 players will now join.
That's for
the round of 16.
Yes.
8 players will now join. The 8 people that qualify from that playoff will now join the top people that finish top 8. They will now play round of 16. So they're in 24 right now. So and they just have still have 33 matches left.
Still have 3 matches.
3 matches
they
left.
They can still get 9 points.
Yeah.
But with the form they have, well, it's Real Madrid. Liverpool was an acid test for them at the stage. Liverpool has been winning in Premiership. They have won virtually all of them. They lost just 1 match against
Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
That's the only match they lost so far in EPL. And in Champions League, they played 5 matches and they won 5 matches. So they have an unstained record in this season. So they are actually in their top form since 2021 or 2020-21 season.
Yeah.
So I see the new coach and the slot taking them far because that guy has intensity. And if what he did at Feyenoord is what he's bringing here, you can expect to see a lot more from Liverpool with their formation because Jurgen Klopp actually left a good team for him. He doesn't need to bring in so many players. Buckle up. All he needs to do is motivate them and give them positions. And I love what he's doing with Konate overlapping now. I love what he's doing with Luis Diaz and then bringing in Gakpo from time to time. Gakpo has been fantastic. These guys are scoring well. And even Nunes is still giving a lot of time to exercise what he has, So Salah all over the place. They're doing well. Look at the midfield. The pivot there. McAllister is doing a fantastic work in that. He's just holding it. And I see them going really far. In fact, I don't see anything stopping them from Champions League victory.
All right.
Except Barcelona. You didn't allow me to finish. Except Barca.
All right. All right, you can hear the key. Except Barcelona. So let's go to the last topic for the day, and that is the match preview. We are going to talk about just 4 matches that will be played. Just select these ones. That's the first match. We talk about Chelsea versus Aston Villa. So what is your take on that match? Do you think Chelsea will win or Aston Villa is going to win them?
It's going to be a tough game. Are we at Villa Park or at Stamford Bridge?
Yeah, at Stamford Bridge.
It's going to be a tough game because Chelsea will want to win at home. But Aston Villa is pretty organized. Unai Emery is doing a fantastic work with Aston Villa. And yes, and they're getting the result. I think it might be a draw at the end of the day.
Okay.
Yes, it might just end in it.
All right, you can hear a draw. Yeah, then West Ham versus Arsenal.
Arsenal should get.
We saw West Ham won his last match now.
Yes.
Surprisingly.
Yes.
Against this Aston Villa, right? Yeah.
They won surprisingly, yes. But they're going to be playing Arsenal. This Arsenal is complete now. They are full. Saliba is back. Gabriel is back. Odegaard is back. Saka is in form. Martinelli is there. These guys they are ready. Yes, front, back, midfield, they're ready. So I see Arsenal getting the 3 points from.
All right, France versus Nigeria. Let's keep Liverpool, Man City in the last one. France versus Nigeria women friendly tomorrow.
You know, when they came to Nigeria, Remo Stars Remo Stars field to play the last friendly match, Nigeria had the better of the two.
Yeah.
Nigeria won
against Algeria.
That was against Algeria.
That was against Algeria, but this time around it's against France, and they will be traveling to France.
Oh, okay, okay. So Nigeria won their last friendly match here. So I guess the momentum, the impetus will be there for them to try and do something. So they are on a winning run. But against France, I don't give them much chance, especially in Paris.
Yeah, you know they were criticized for playing against Algeria, and they were saying where they are playing. Why are they playing a lower card at country? They should go to the top 5, top 6, top 10 to play with. And now they want to play against France.
Yes, they should play against France because they will be playing against the likes of France and Sweden at the World Cup. So yeah, and let them come back with their results. But I expect France to win in Paris, especially because Nigeria is the Nigerian female team is going through a rebuilding phase. Yeah, just like Yemi pointed out, and I said it earlier, the likes of Oshuala and the top players are actually winning out. So let's groom some new players who can take up positions. So this will be a test for the Nigerian coaching crew, not the players themselves. Right. Let's see how they can manipulate these new players into the game and get a good game, not actually the result. But not after the result. We want to see how the team can gel. All
right, so the last one for the day is Liverpool versus Manchester City on Sunday. You know, what is your take? Do you think Manchester City can come back? Probably. They wanted to start with Feyenoord, but it was just a surprise. Probably they wake up from Liverpool.
Feyenoord, let's not take any credit from Feyenoord. Feyenoord has not been a small team in Europe. Feyenoord has not been a small team. They went so far last season in Europa League. Yeah, they played up to the finals in Europa League last season. And they won the league the previous season. And presently they are number 2 or so on the league table. I think it's PSV. Okay, Ajax has climbed over Feyenoord. Feyenoord is number 3 now on the Eredivisie in Dutch. And Feyenoord is not a small team. So let's not take that. Now Liverpool is in top form. Man City is in the lowest ebb they've ever been. So the mentalities of the two sides might just make all the difference. However, if City can hold their own and they can hold themselves, they might either get a draw from this or possibly upset Liverpool because Liverpool is coming in as the favorites and City is the underdogs here. So, in all, I expect to have a very wonderful, fantastic, competitive game. But Liverpool has the edge.
Wow. All right, you can hear that from Ducky. Say Liverpool have the edge, you know. That's how far we can go for today. Ducky, your final take on this.
Thank you very much. And guys, it's been nice being with you. Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls. It's always nice being on set and talking about football. We will be more encouraged if you actually called in or sent in your comments while we were on the show. And you can still send them in when you view this. You can put your comments there in the comment section. You can like, you can subscribe, you can even join. And you can even tell your friends. You can broadcast this so that we can have more people sharing with us and talking with us. Just like Yemi called from somewhere, you can call in and you can share your own position too. So thank you for staying by and thank you for watching. Keep watching Premier Sports Fan Center.
All right, thanks, Ducky. Thanks for coming to the studio.
Thank you.
To our viewers, thanks for staying tuned with us throughout the course of the Talk Sports Show. Don't forget to join us tomorrow as we come again with our live watch along. So many exciting features tomorrow line up for the live watch along show. I will be here to do justice to that. Have a fine night rest. Oh, and another goal for Super Eagle. This is Premier Sports Center. Anywhere. Don't forget to subscribe. Remember to click that subscription button.